Hello. My gosh, the wonders of technology. Please do tell me that you can hear us. And I'm very, very sorry for being late for this, but sure, look, we knew it was a little bit of a risk and a chance to take to try and do a live podcast from a Stitch Social. Our guests are beginning to arrive. We have a few people early doors waiting to join us. Hello, Natalie from Zurich. Natalie from Zurich, you're a sound tester. Jenny is going to have her roving mic here to check if you can hear and if the sound levels are good, because we've got quite a lot of background noise going on.
I'm going to go that way. And you have to tell me if you can still hear me when I'm this way,
She's
away from her microphone.
Own conversation here. So Joy is greeting some of the guests. Hello, and they have been forewarned that they might end up in the background or might have to come and join us for a chat. Oh, fantastic. I'm glad you can hear us. I'm not sure, you might still be able to hear Jenny as well if she's doing some testing, 1, 2, 3. So I will start again. You are so very welcome to this 10th episode of the TIK Live podcast with myself, Lisa, one of the co-owners of This Is Knit here in Dublin.
Can you hear me now?
There's Jenny waving. She is on the roving mic and fingers crossed. I'm not too sure, you could have been saying anything at all there.
I just said, can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now? And Calais, there you are. Please do verify. So, if you haven't met Jenny before, Jenny is my little sister, and Joy is coming behind as well. They can hear you. Oh, I'm so delighted. We were frantically messing around with microphones just before you came on. Everything worked fine yesterday when I came through to test all of this, and then of course 3 minutes before we were due to go on, it didn't just work. So
it's typical.
It is. Keep speaking into the
typical. Sorry,
microphones.
So. Lisa likes to talk.
Everybody's allowed to wave as they go by. It's kind of price of entry. So the wonderful Pepper Pot Cafe are working away on getting the tables all ready for our Spring Stitch Social. You've been well fed. We knew we were doing this.
No, but the food still looks so good.
Oh, it does, yes. So we will, this is the other part that we hope will work, is to take the phone around. Look at this. Look, you have to spot the knitwear in the background. Oh, she's gone. Duck this way. Hello. So just to give you an idea, if you haven't heard about our Stitch Socials before, I think this is brilliant. Just trying to get people from all over the world to join in. What we do is our lovely neighbours here at the cafe. So this space runs just in front of the shop, and they put out the most, really, really delicious canapes and food, and everybody gets to come along and bring their latest knitting, crochet. Honestly, we've spinning projects, with everything else happening, and it does look like a lollipop. So it's a knitting needle.
It is a knitting needle.
Yeah, and they get to hang out in the beautiful surrounds of the Paris Curtin House Centre for 2 hours.
Yeah, I forgot my knitting.
You did not. You did not. At the very end, if you want to pile up there, see that drawstring bag. I have been working on my artist shawl, so I have some knitting to show. It's obviously a bundle of noodles at the moment, but I've just added in this lovely pop of yellow into my artist shawl, so it's coming together nice. There's a lot of stitches in this guy. A lot of stitches. Have you seen this, Joy?
No.
Come say hi.
Let me see.
Here's your microphone.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
This is the knitting needle microphone.
Knitting needle microphone for going around and chatting to our guests later on.
It's the. Oh,
I know.
I love that.
It was supposed to be my Christmas project. It's supposed to be my Christmas one. Yes. But it's finally taking shape. There's been a lot going on. So Mel says she just finished a shawl in Jenny's single malt. It's an amazing colour. My friend, me and Mel, that is my favourite colour too. Yes. So, and Joy, what have you been knitting lately?
Well, I've been doing loads and loads of stash busting.
I've seen that. I'm going to have to get her sorted out with some more sample knits.
Sophie's and
yeah.
I had a decent sample knit in a long time.
I have a plan. Oh, artists! Hello! Sorry,
here's another artist.
Would you mind?
We have to see this.
Could we
see
your artists on the camera? Would that be okay?
Do you mind showing? We're on the podcast.
I know they were. All the guests were given an email to be warned you might be in the background. Look!
Stunning.
Thank you. I love it.
Look! It's happening very slowly, but it is happening. Thank you for showing that. It's absolutely gorgeous. So It's a lovely atmosphere. Give back the mic.
Job swapping.
Mic drop. So it's a lovely atmosphere and it's great. We have people who are visiting from out of town and they come and they meet some of the local knitters and everybody gets together. So that's what we're doing.
So new faces and familiar faces.
New face that we had, you missed, there was Mel says she just finished a shawl in Jenny's single malt and it's an amazing colour.
Thank you. Love single malt. Absolutely.
It absolutely is. And then Sheila has just finished a Durane kit. Andrea. And oh no, hang on, I get
Drea
this wrong.
Renee.
Drea and Renee. But I always get this wrong. It's Andrea. I always say Andrea, but it's Andrea Maury, right?
So
yeah.
Drea? Oh, it's Drea.
Yeah.
Drea Renee. Yeah. Andrea, Drea.
There's a way. Anyway, people say it differently, but yes. But in blue, nice colour. Nice colour.
That's it. They were our spring, summer of last year colours. Yeah.
Very good, very good. So I never finished introducing. Jenny is
Sorry.
the dyer behind Dennis. She wandered off. Yes, the dyer behind our in-store brand, Townhouse Yarns, with lots of different things. And you just delivered a whole shed load.
A whole lot of yarn.
Shed load of
She
yarn.
finally got me in to rejig the townhouse section of the walls.
Yes.
So I like coming in and playing around and moving colours next to each other that
You
kind
know
of
that
work
go
together and
together.
stuff like that.
Yes,
So
yes.
I've just been in and rejigging it for about an hour and a half. So excuse me. She's looking full and pretty.
It's all good. It's all good. And I think I'm hoping Ash has. Well, we should give our Stitch Social people first dibs this evening, but it will be on the website pretty shortly, and if it's not up there already. Poor Deirdre says she's raging to be missing it. Her mum and dad are in the Cayman Islands, and you're stuck at home with five Springer Spaniels and a Jack Russell. Oh my God!
Wow.
That is hands full. That is very much hands full. So Jenny, you haven't been doing any knits? No, you dyeing the yarn.
Like, I dye yarn kind of Monday to Friday, and then at the weekends I skein it and tag it to send out. So my days are kind of full.
Yeah.
So I don't want to knit.
What's the
then
last
after
thing you did make?
I started the cowl.
The cowl.
The cowl. The Pacific.
Oh, the doodle.
The doodle cowl.
That's doodles.
The foresty one.
The mountain doodle.
Mountain
cowl.
doodle. God, words. The mountain doodle.
I'll hold that.
Thank you.
Hold that.
But I didn't like my arrangement of colours. I think I got about four charts in, and I was like, no, I need to pull it all out and rearrange. And I just haven't done that yet because ripping yarn is sad.
Oh, no. Ripping is part of good knitting. Good ripping is part of good knitting. That's not our catchphrase.
But it's sad.
Okay. So the mountain doodle cowls. See, I happened to bring my two in just to show.
There is two.
There is two, yeah. there is one for each my little boys. And only yesterday I went and I restocked these mountain doodle kits on the online shop as well. So there's a whole bunch of them, and I got both of these little kid size cowls out of one of the mountain doodle mini bar sets. And the mini bar is back in action as well in the shop.
New and improved.
New and improved mini bar with more meterage.
More meterage, yeah.
So that is happening there as well. So we haven't done any. Thank you.
I'm doing the infinity cowl, not the mini ones. I'm doing an infinity one.
Okay, you're doing
so
the double.
It's got to be right.
Like a double layer.
Yes,
Like a double layer. All of the Colourwork follow along knitters that are waiting on their bonus content, almost there for the infinity version of the pink lemonade cowl. So that's that one there. Going to get a few photos done, and then they'll be out to you. Probably mid next week is my best guess. I don't like to overpromise. There's been a lot going on. This last while. There's the lovely people from the Pepper Pot taking care of us. Wave to the peoples.
Lots about them. They keep you fueled with coffee and treats.
Coffee and cake, treats and Prosecco sometimes, special occasion.
Yes. Christmas Prosecco.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So we didn't do any pre-submitted questions, so we are open. I love this.
This is what it's all about. Say hello.
So we're going to hang out for a little while and catch up with some of the customers. Jenny's going to go with the roving mic and see who has some nice things that they want to share and to show off with you. But in the meantime, if you have any questions about what's going on, anything we can do on a chatty basis, we're not really set up for tutorials today, but we wanted to just give you this insight.
It's very much on the fly today, really, isn't it?
Yeah. So, that is, and poor Aisling. Aisling's there.
Aisling.
She can't be with us today. We had, I'm telling you, right, without going too much into all the ins and the outs of our poor unfortunate team members, but there was a day, it was last week or the week before, where I got this message between one person was in swift care. This is Aisling, by the way. I hope you don't mind. Aisling fractured a bone in her foot.
What?
Did you not know this?
I didn't know this.
Okay.
Aisling?
Yes.
Are you
yes.
okay?
The cobblestones of Temple Bar did in for her, unfortunately, in a very sober way.
Really?
Yeah.
I was going to say, was there Prosecco or something
There
involved?
HR
No.
breaches going on here, I don't know. But I got in quick succession a message from one of the team was in swift care, the other was in hospital with a sick child. Everybody's fine. And then there was something else. By the third message, I was just like, I don't care what's going on. Yvonne, come say hi. Will you? Go on. Guys, this is Yvonne McSweeney. Say hello.
Hello.
Yvonne is a long-term customer and friend of This Is Knit and ex of Dublin Dye Company. So
Once
many
upon a time, sold Jenny her first dyes.
You did, yeah.
Getting rid of some, and I was like, yeah, give me the money to play.
Absolutely, yeah. They probably couldn't hear you. That sorry.
Oh, sorry.
They-
Yvonne was getting rid of some of her dyes when I was just starting out dyeing Townhouse yarns, and I bought them off her. So that's
There
what
you go.
got me started.
There you go. So if you've been around a while, you might remember some of the Dublin Dye Company yarns that we kind of together.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you and Alana took over, and then
Yeah,
you
it seems
took
like
over.
forever ago now.
It
Lana
really
moved back to
does.
America, and but Lisa started it really.
Yeah, a lot of the things are my fault.
Totally
My
her fault.
Yes,
Yeah.
And you're so good to come on, because I know too. I had asked Jenny and Duna as well, who both had life events. It just seems like there's life event after life event going on lately.
Isn't there?
But well, look, that's it.
You don't need that, do you?
No, I've got this one. But and yeah, so Yvonne, you were meant to be meeting up with them and everything. But thank you
Yes.
for still coming and for showing up and for
I'm sure
saying
there'll be a few
hello.
more familiar faces here.
Yeah, what are you working on tonight?
So 2 yarn events ago, there was
Yeah.
somebody wearing that shawl scarf thing.
Oh, from
You know,
by
the
Knititude.
sleeves.
Yes, by
Yes.
Knititude.
So I had nearly finished that, and then I decided I wasn't happy with the second sleeve, so I got to redo it.
Okay, so that's tonight's job.
So it's tonight's job. Yeah,
That's
I
grand.
don't think I'll finish it tonight.
Would there be a glass of wine involved?
Definitely.
Okay, excellent.
It's knit one, pro one, all the way. Keep going.
That's perfect Stitch Social project. Yes?
Yeah,
Absolutely
exactly.
brilliant. You have a hi, Yvonne, from Jessica Centre. Jessica Centre? Hold on. No. She just wants to say hi. So,
I squint when I have
yes. And then, and Sarah Needy, I literally just got some Dublin dye yesterday. On Ravelry from someone's dye stash. We must-
It's still going.
You
It's still
must
going.
tell
I've
us.
still got some of my own stash as well.
Yeah, I absolutely do. I've got some lovely things that will, it's that thing of when you've got those memories caught up in yarns, sometimes you're hesitant to use them, but then when you do, it brings it all back, and it's
Yeah.
just lovely to do.
Yeah.
Lovely to do. Thanks for talking to us.
No problem.
You're so good. Bye. Yes, first victim down. Oh, the glasses are on. Very
Yeah,
good.
but I couldn't see what everybody was saying.
Oh wow! Okay, so Sarah said this is in the Netherlands, and then she'd never seen it before. So that's brilliant. You see, it's a collector thing.
Yeah.
Yarn, so much, isn't it? That you've got. What's your rarest skein in your stash, Jen?
I think I still have one of the. Do you remember the thing we did with Countess Blaze?
Yes.
That if you want if I wanted exposure,
If you want exposure, get your tits out.
yes,
Yes.
that one. I think I
That's
still have a skein of her version of no. Maybe it's my version.
it's your
I have
version,
some
yeah.
kind of that in my
That was
stash.
an amazing charity fundraising
It was,
drive.
it was. It was
Loads
really
of people came together and
Loads
did
and loads, yeah.
like wonderful work, you know.
Yeah.
But she did. She put a lot of work into that. So
Yeah.
I think that was that's a good memory.
It was really, it was
Yeah.
so much fun.
Yeah.
It really was.
I have.
What have you
Hi,
got?
Martine. And how you doing?
You too.
That's right. Yeah, Joy has your name there and everything. So, do you want to have a chat to the people on the podcast? Hello, Martine.
hello.
Come on and say hi. You have to come around this way. Sorry, here.
Hi.
Hello, Martine is here. And what have you got? What are you wearing tonight?
Oh, I'm wearing a stripy.
Oh, look at that. Rainbow Beauty.
Stripes.
Stripe, the Andrea Mary stripes.
That's it, yeah.
Beautiful.
And then,
I love the gradient. Very nice.
Thank you.
And then you're gorgeous. You're gorgeous. So you got a last minute ticket.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
so lucky.
You were. Well, take a seat and let
Snapped
us
that
know.
one up.
She did. I don't know. Yeah. What have I got that's sort of good vintage in my stash?
I really have to. Now I want to go home and like go through it all and find what my most precious skein is. I don't know.
Yeah, I have. Oh, I mean, I've got cashmere's in there. Oh, you know what I have is cashmere that I ordered online. Well, like a lace weight, kind of maybe heavy lace weight to light four ply, but in this biscuity cream colour that I was going to make a baby blanket with at some point, presumably for my future baby that I was in no way anywhere near having. I don't know why. It was like this amazing deal that I found online, and so it's still sitting there. So there are some precious little babies that might get some blankets now that I think about it. Actually,
I've just remembered. Did anybody remember Coolry?
oh, coolry.
I have 100% pure silk in this gorgeous, vibrant purple in my stash from Coolry.
Oh, guys, so in the comments, definitely do tell us about what's the most rare or most precious, possibly untouched yarn, or the ones that have really good memories for you, that like every time you wear them, it's going to like bring back kind of the good feelings. And then, I have some Lorna's laces as well. They did this C-cell, it was a pearl thing. We got it at TNNA in 2009. They had the Sample It event, which is, so TNNA, I don't think it still happens. It was an industry show that happened in America in Ohio. And me and Jackie went to it back in, it might have been 2008, 2009, I don't know. But they had this cool event where some of the trade exhibitors could have like, we've got a new product, and you could buy like individual ones of them to test out, but at the wholesale price. So usually you've got to buy like a whole
Pack
bit,
or
bunch,
whatever, yeah.
before committing. But it was they deliberately kind of time bound it, so you had like, they only had so much stock, and I think it was like half an hour or an hour, where so all these retailers were going in and kind of, and I got one of these Lorna's laces things that they packaged it in this little clamshell thing, and it had like a little pearl on the inside of it. And we never stopped it, but it's still sitting there in my stash.
Patricia, she has some Coolry blue lace.
Yeah,
Very nice
there was some
Coolry.
very nice luxury ranges from the Coolry, and look,
Brona,
and Brona
yeah.
as well. So Brona has Coolry. Brona's Coolry. You just used your skein of silk this past autumn. Beautiful yarn. Yeah, really, really lovely stuff. I remember the silk alpaca, merino silk alpaca blend as well. It's really nice.
I think I have some of that.
I think so, yeah. I think we all do. There's one of those ones that made it into the stash and then nobody was really sure what to do with. So, a lovely drapey shawl. Mel says, Jenny, I adore your cupcake colorway and I get so many compliments on it.
Oh, I'm glad.
Nice, it's nice. And Jessica as well says, I love cupcake. That's getting a lot of love tonight.
Cupcake's a good shade.
It's a good shade. I don't think I've used cupcake before. Moonbeam is.
I don't think I have either.
Moonbeam is second in line now to my single malt addiction.
You do have a single malt addiction.
I do.
Moonbeam is good as well.
Yeah.
I think I am slightly obsessed with the latest one that we did last year is Samhain. I only did it on Fade Street originally, but now I've done it on Clarendon and Abbey. It will be up on the website soon. I just have to get the images over to Aisling. Coming, definitely soon.
Yeah.
But no, I love it. It's very like Moonbeam, but more autumnal. So maybe that will become your new favourite.
It could, yeah. So you're mixing autumn and moonbeams. So that's just like me in a colour.
That is her
right.
in a shade. Yes.
Yeah. Very good.
Big Bird.
Big Bird is a very big favourite.
It's just so fun. How can you not look at Big Bird and smile?
No, it is the best actually, isn't it? It's just lovely to just like put it in
brightness.
as pops of colour as well. So
it's great in brioche.
Our dear friend Joy behind us is fantastic at, absolutely fantastic. So what was I going to do? We're going to go and see if we can spot any nice knits.
Yeah. Are we roaming?
It might be easy. No, I don't want to pick on people. So what I might do is send you off to. Oh, here's Helen. We have a victim.
Hello.
We have a victim.
Latest victim.
Would you like to go on the podcast? Come around to the back and say hello to the people
on YouTube.
Hello to everybody. Happy knitting.
Yay!
That's Helen.
That's Helen. Helen, honestly, our first day customer of This Is Knit and still here and still supporting us. So thanks, Helen. She's a star.
How many years is that now?
17 and over, 17 and a half, and it'll be 18 years. Oh my God, we're going to have an 18th birthday party. How is this only occurring to me now? Like,
when is it?
Now, see, June. It was the June bank holiday weekend that we first opened in the Blackrock Market, like back in 2006. But we have a little bit of a tradition of hanging off on sort of annual birthday celebrations until September.
Yeah.
Do you know, and like doing something a little bit bigger because June is a tough kind of. It's a tough sell a little bit.
And it's really hot in the shop.
It can be pretty big. It can be pretty big. I mean, we will have a summer stitch social for sure. So we're aiming to do this sort of once a quarter. As you can see, it's super popular. It's great. There's loads of people hanging out with us. So we might try and work it in and around that time. So we're in March, April, May, June. Yeah, we can do it in June, and that'd be good fun.
Townhouse's birthday is also the June bank holiday weekend.
We tend to do things like on bank holidays.
I also got married on June bank
holiday
holiday
weekend. She did. That was a great weekend. It was really good.
It's
gorgeous.
a special weekend.
Absolutely lovely. Big Bird is my favourite. I think Jenny says that's the colour that I bought the first time I was in your store several years ago. So either Cupcake or Big Bird, just depending on the time lapse on the comments.
I think
there.
Cupcake would have been around 7 years ago. I'm not sure about Big Bird.
Yeah, newer into the mix. And Sarah says, I've been holding on to a skein of Burn for a while now, nearly 2 years, trying to find the right project. Any thoughts on Burn projects?
It depends on the yarn or what base you went for.
Good point, yes.
Do you know?
Yeah.
So if I know what base you have, I could give some ideas.
Yes.
I think it's great as like in a yoke against a solid. Do you know?
Yeah.
Show it off.
I think that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, just have to do the sort of window pane effect of
What's that
bordering
Julie,
it with something.
The Julie knits in Paris.
The Gaudi.
Is it Gaudi?
Yeah.
I think so.
Is that TIK weight or 4-ply?
I thought it was 4-ply.
4-ply. Okay. Yeah.
I could be wrong.
I don't know. No, but it's that sort of.
But
it's
that
kind of vibe. Or there's Weig.
Yeah.
Because I use Briar is a similar vibe, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
Joyce
with
with Gaudi. Is that what she
no,
said?
there's Weig.
No, but the other one. What was it called?
Gaudi.
But that's bigger bits with this Weig.
Yeah.
It's smaller. So you want to have like significant, because it's such a quick colour change.
Yes.
In Burn, you want the colour work bits to be significant and not just skinny.
Yeah,
Does
I know
that
what you
make
mean.
sense?
Yeah.
Am I making any sense?
You are. So, but Burn is fab. There's Marion. Marion, go say hi. One and only Marion from the Pepper Pot. Nice.
She's the brains behind Pepper Pot and all the delicious food.
Yeah, creation of all the freshly baked goodness. So we're very, very lucky to have wonderful neighbours like that, and Maureen appearing in the background too. Jam says, I've nothing special, and this is for the question about what's in the stash, but the oldest yarn you have is a DK acrylic ball of red and a ball of white you got 20 years ago from Santa for making Christmas crabs. Not much left, but you don't want to use it either. And
it's the nostalgia of it, right?
Isn't it?
You know, it's those memories.
Yeah.
No, you got to keep that safe.
Things like limited editions from festivals as well.
Yeah.
I did a little while ago deliberately pick up some skeins and put them into one of the big mad Stephen West ones, you know, because then it's like it was almost more than the sum of its parts then, because like in that one project I had, oh, that's that memory, and that's that memory, that's that memory. And I know people do like log cabin blankets from their leftovers and things like that.
What was the little puffer blanket? What was that? The
Hexipuffs.
Hexipuffs.
How are you doing? Good. Joy is checking in, and if anybody wants to wave at the podcast viewers, you can do that from here as well. Go. Hi Leslie. Hiya. So, oh gosh, I'm losing my track. I've seen all the Hexipuffs. Hexipuffs.
Remember, there was a stage where every second person was coming into the shop
with
talking about their Hexipuffs. So.
Back in the day when Jenny
was
used
very
to work
popular.
at the shop.
Yeah, it's a long time ago now.
We've got a good technical question. Well, hang on. The answer is it's Fayette Street, and yes, you want to use it for a colour work project. Fantastic. Loads of options. Brioche as well. Like you can put it in with something that's a little bit.
I think like
vibrant.
A navy, a really dark navy.
Would
be really nice with it.
Yeah, now you're giving her ideas for her own projects that she's never going to make. Oop, what did I do? Coming back to this. Let me see. Hello, Maureen, says Deirdre. Obviously, you spotted her in the background. Sheila wants to know, can I ask which stitch would suit Bad Girl Riri? Would the speckles be lost in garter? Okay, you hang there. I'm going to get two things. I'm going to run into the shop. Jenny's going to mind you, and I'm going to show you something here. Ooh.
Now, I think it will look better in... it's hard to say. It depends on the design, really. I think I know what she's gone to get, and it's going to show you it in garter stitch and in cables, if I'm correct. But I don't think... It depends on how speckled a skein is, whether it gets lost or not. If it's sufficiently speckled, here she comes, then it shouldn't matter what stitch you use. And I was correct in what she was going to get. So this is the Pop Aran sweater. It is holding Ulla in Bad Girl Riri and Studio Donegal Darney together, held double, and so that shows you've got your garter, you've got cables.
Yeah, it works really well. It's the modern take on Aran, and we're opening this for pre-order at the moment.
Yeah.
So the kits for, I stand up. The kits for this gorgeous sweater are available for pre-order now. So it's the pictures for it are fantastic because they represent an Irish summer seaside, which is cut off denim shorts and an Aran sweater.
Yeah.
So that sounds like just about like Ireland in June, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly the right thing. So it's called Pop Aran. And ooh, hang on, more questions. Oh, the Medusa Scarf. Yeah, it would be perfect.
Medusa, yeah.
Medusa Scarf is, we're going back to the
burn question.
The burn question and what that would work really well with. So definitely the Medusa Scarf. So loving the interaction, folks.
There's too many options, and navy would be a great main colour. It would, absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, and that's the thing. There are the world is your oyster. And unfortunately, at some point we just have to kind of pick something and go with it, don't we? But, but yeah, there's.
You want it to be right, so don't rush it. The yarn, it's not going anywhere. It's not going off.
Mm-hmm. It's good. This is an interesting one now for a bit of discussion. Is it better to get knitting books in print or digital format? Now, I want some weigh in on the comments on this as well. My take is if it comes in print format, most often, and the smartest publishers will provide a download code as well. So that's your best of both worlds, is if you get one of those.
Yeah.
I kind of personally hesitate to buy a whole ebook. How do you feel about that?
I don't knit socks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't knit socks.
No, but this is just knitting books.
Oh, sorry, I thought there was a sock
books
question. Never mind.
In print or
I do have some books, but I would find that I generally buy it for one pattern and then only knit the one pattern.
Yeah.
I've never been...
There's ones that you just sort of flick through just for inspiration and ideas and stitch patterns and, all of that sort of vibe.
I'm more of I see something on somebody else and say I have to knit that.
Yeah, where
And
do I get the pattern? And then that's it.
Yeah.
Single patterns, I go digital all the time. And I know so many people use apps now for their charts and everything, for keeping track of stuff, for being able to just annotate your pattern as you go and then not worry about like ruining your copy or whatever. So I'm a big fan of that. But yeah, it's always been a bit, unless it's like a mini collection of kids things or something, where they kind of work together. Or on a personal thing, I'm just not. I think individual.
Like I do the digital
full
pattern, but then I print it out so I can write in it.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's the way I do it.
Yeah, but then there's others like, and I don't do this yet. Like my iPad's very old actually, so but an awful lot of people just keep everything on their iPad and use like Stitch
I'm
Mastery.
weird. I like paper.
Like yeah, you're retro.
I'm retro.
You're analog, old school.
I am old school.
Old school.
You can't teach me any new tricks.
These are in demand now. Did the mystery bags arrive in this restock by any chance?
The mystery bags arrived a long time ago.
Okay, they're there.
They're there.
They're there.
I did my part.
We've been working on the admin side.
Yes. I know there was a bit for them to do on this end. I just kind of sent them the yarn. They make it look all pretty in their little packages and everything like that. So
They will be really soon, and what we'll do is, and here's a good thing, sign up to the newsletter. We will get newsletter people's the first dibs on mystery bags. And if you don't want to know, tell them what the mystery bags are.
So the mystery bags are basically either test skeins or skeins that didn't quite work out correctly and I haven't over dyed, or there's slight imperfections to the colorways. The yarn is fine. And so that just didn't make the cut really.
Experimental skeins, happy accidents.
Yes, some shops ask for a special colorway and then they choose between what I've done, so you might get something that was just a reject from that. A reject, but still very pretty. But it's basically it can be anything, but this time we've kind of themed the packages a little bit. You've got a sock lovers bundle, so it'll just be sock yarn. Then there was, what else? It's so long ago, I've forgotten all of the themes.
But there's definitely pure mysteries still, isn't there?
Oh yeah,
total surprises.
Total surprise.
Yes.
And then I think there's a shawl one as well, isn't there? Like a drapey.
Ash will know now. Ash will say it.
Ashling.
Yes, we've been working on that.
It's literally been so long.
She's gonna weigh in.
Medusa.
No, sorry, you've been chatting away, so I'm going to go back.
So there's the mystery bags.
Okay. Lovely, thanks. I was thinking of that jumper too. Yeah, you remember from the stories. It's just a fantastic jumper. Absolutely, it was Aaron sweater. Sarah's appreciating the suggestion of the Medusa Scarf. We do love that. Deirdre, I prefer print, so you can write in little notes to yourself. Yes, yeah. That's a good point, Marie. Yeah. So I prefer print, but the charts can be a bit small. So really good point. So what you need to do, or where they can come into their own, is when you have the digital version, and you can like blow it up to print it out as well. It's great to be able to kind of zoom in and put on the little digital highlighters as well in some of the apps that are out there. Jessica. Sorry, we're over here. I like stitch collections or construction guidance in hard copy so I can reference back, but patterns digital, so it's on the goable. Yeah. I love a good stitch dictionary.
Why can't we have the best of both worlds?
The hard copy books that give you the digital one, I think is ideal.
Yeah.
But stitch dictionaries, they're like recipe books. Then you just flick, and I, at that point in time, have no intention of cooking anything. But it's a Sunday morning, and I've got my coffee, and I'm just going, ooh, that looks pretty. That's stitch dictionary. Yeah. Love that. Deirdre says yours are also scribbles, but the notes sound so much more professional. That's great. Pop Aaron, I've been sitting waiting for this email. That's great. And mystery bags are my excuse to buy yarn and not to have to work only from stash. Very good. Yeah, so you do get a bit of a bargain, obviously, with the mystery bags as well. So
absolutely. You get that. I don't know what the breakdown is of price per thing, but it's cheaper than 3 full.
It is. Deirdre says, yes, the rejects can come and go with this reject. Very good. Sorry, go on, you had an ooh moment.
The sock lovers,
yeah,
there's contrasty, maybe 50-gram skeins in some of them.
Ooh, that's a new development.
Yeah.
So good idea. And then we have our answer. So the other ones are drape.
Drape, I knew there was drape.
And quicker knits.
And quick knits, yeah. So we have sock lovers, drape, quick knits, and pure mystery.
I have a feeling we better get these announced next week.
I was only asking her before we even came on. I was like, what's the story? When are you putting them up?
No, they're just ready to go. Yeah. So the other thing that I got when I was inside was this.
Oh gosh, I haven't seen this in a while.
I know. This is Clarendon, right?
This is Clarendon.
Yeah. Will you step on up there and throw this? I
don't even know if it fits me anymore.
It does. This is Jenny's swoosh.
Thing I could never pronounce.
It's by Suzanne Summers, and it's a brioche extravaganza of a shawly, cardigan-y beauty. And I think we had it as a sample. It was over with Carmen and the Yarn Story for a while, so that's where it's only come back. Yeah. So it is.
Wearing this correctly, I can't even remember.
She's not sure. It's a big wrappy.
But it's basically
wrappy
like
gun.
a gigantic shawl with a little cuff for your hands.
And lots of brioche fun. And what are the colours?
I did this in Polarize and Cirque.
Very nice.
In hindsight,
lovely.
I wouldn't have used the Cirque.
Do you not think? Yeah, maybe not.
I think they were a little bit too
contrasty. You were going full on brioche, sort of, multicolour extravaganza.
Yeah, I should have had a bit more contrast.
What's lovely in a brioche project is a nice semi-solid and then something a little bit more.
Yeah, but they're both quite variegated, so they just kind of blended into one. But I knit this years ago. I knit it years ago.
It's
years
a bit
and
old.
years. It is a bit old.
Yeah, but it's still gorgeous. I've always wanted to make one, and I've never quite got there. Okay. Do you want to chat to the people and I'll see if anybody wants to come up and say hello? Huh?
Want me to hand off the microphone to somebody?
So,
Who do you
I'll
want?
have to bring them back up. Okay, so either you go and see. No. If you're going to stay here and talk to the people, you need the mic. And if I'm going to go and find the people. Oh wow!
Then we're both talking. Does that not get
bring them back.
confusing? Okay.
Does that make sense?
Sure.
Oh,
we should have discussed this beforehand.
Okay.
Let's just leave Jenny like a deer in the headlights so she doesn't know what she's doing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You can go and find some people's.
Okay.
Okay. I'll hang on to this.
I was going to give it to Joy.
Oh yeah, Joy can come say hi. Your public awaits. They're all wondering about you and how you are.
I'm here.
She's here. Is nearly everybody here?
I've been crossing off names.
How are we doing?
I'm looking at all the lovely food.
Oh, yeah. No, that's okay.
dear.
There's an important question. So now Joy is just going to chat to you for a little while.
Oh, okay.
Okay, hang on.
I don't know. What will I chat about? Well, I could tell you a cautionary tale of a knitter. Some of you might have seen the sweater I knit. It looks black and white, but it's actually navy blue and pale. It's called pale blue. It's called the Fortuna's Wheel, and it was a bit mad looking. And when I started it, I couldn't get started. I didn't know what was wrong. So out there people think they're always saying, "Oh, Joy, you're such a fabulous knitter." I just knit a lot, and I've been knitting for a very long time. So I'm very experienced, but I still make the stupidest mistakes. So I started on this and all these charts, couldn't understand what I was doing wrong, counted the stitches. If you want to look at my notes on Ravelry and World Joy, couldn't understand, thought I was losing my mind. I was seeing a run of 5 stitches, it was a run of 6 stitches, but I was seeing it as 5. So there was no way it was ever going to be right. So don't lose hope. That's all I can say. I should be too embarrassed to tell you about it because really it was the stupidest thing ever, but I laughed at myself afterwards. So I think that's the important thing to do. Laugh at your mistakes and maybe put it down and come back the next day. But I was stubborn and couldn't do that. Kept going and going. And it is a very nice girl on Ravelry called Denise Joan, who I messaged and said, what am I doing wrong? I know it's me, it's not the pattern, it's me. And she printed out like knit 5A, knit 5B, knit 6A, and I'm like, 6? There's no 6. And when I looked at it, it was 6. So, yes, I might be very experienced, but I can still make all of the same mistakes. So, anyhow, so sorry. I see lots of questions. Yes, the snuff, Deirdre, yeah, the snuff nook sweater. I absolutely loved knitting it once I got beyond the first row. But it looks much more complicated than it is. It's just a colourwork sweater, but it's such a clever design. So let's see, the pattern suggestions for the St. Patrick's. You've got 3 skeins. Wow. It's a very colourful yarn, so you'd have to be kind of careful what pattern you choose. You could make probably a really nice, shawl, or you could use it with the plain colour for a sweater. There's so many different options, really. So what else have I been knitting? Okay, so I'm just finishing the Magnolia Chunky from Stash, and I added, sorry, can you hear me? I think they can hear me. I've been telling cautionary tales of misreading charts.
Oh, what did you do?
I completely misread the very first row.
Oh no! How much ripping?
No, but it was the very first row.
Okay, oh, you caught it on time.
But
Okay.
I had kept having an extra stitch because I was reading a row of knit of, it was knit 5A, knit 5B, knit 5. Well,
Yeah.
one of them was 6.
Oops. Happens to us all.
It
all.
does.
Oh,
It does.
very good.
It does.
Okay, I'm going to free you up. If that's okay.
I'm
You
gonna
come
go
back.
and help
you come
the
back in the
people
next
in the
podcast
shop.
when it's not so crazy.
So
Yes.
I'll go back to my list.
I think everybody must be here at this stage.
I don't know.
Everybody who's coming, yes. Okay, so we have a willing victim. Not a victim at all. Do you want to come and have a seat? Come and have a seat here. So you have to speak. You have to speak to the knitting microphone here. So,
Hello everyone.
hello. Is this your first time at a Stitch Social?
Yes.
It is. How are you
is.
finding it so far?
Very relaxing and very great to see all those people who knit.
Yeah.
Because this is the one thing I actually miss, to talk to people
Yeah.
about knitting.
So this is Agnes, by the way, everybody. So hello to everybody watching. And Agnes, so you said like you've been, you haven't been out to any knitting
No,
socials or anything
no,
like that.
This
This
is
is
my
a great one to start with.
first social in Ireland.
Very
Well,
good.
Ever, because I only
Yeah.
started knitting last year.
Go away.
Yes.
Really? Well, because I've had a sneak peek at the project here, so I'm
Yes.
very impressed with the
Thank
level
you.
that's been happening. And where are you from?
I'm originally from Poland and I live in Portmarnock.
And you live in Portmarnock. Portmarnock's a lovely part of
And
the
I
world.
work
Yes.
in Dublin too, so it's my go-to shop.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
yes.
So thank you so much for coming on to share your project. So you want to tell us a little bit
Yes.
about what you're making. So the
So-
name of the pattern and the
Yes.
designer.
So this is going to be a diamond sweater, and
Beautiful.
it's by this Polish designer Dagna Zielińska, and my wool is a Polish hand-dyed wool as well.
Very good. Do you know the name of the brand, the Polish one?
Woolala,
Woolala. Very good.
and it's a charcoal black wool, which is a bit difficult to knit sometimes because
Yeah.
you can't see the stitches.
At least the evenings are getting a bit brighter now,
That's it.
right?
So
yeah.
this is really kind of, but it's going to be drapey, nice sweater. The original pattern calls for a mohair to be added to the yarn. I
Yeah.
don't like mohair because it's quite itchy for me.
Yeah.
So I didn't add it, and I spoke to the designer and she said just to follow the pattern as it is without the
No
the
need for the
mohair.
mohair. Lovely.
Exactly.
Well,
going
it's got
just
all
to
this
be-
sparkle in it, so you can hold it up there so everybody can
So
see.
I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see the sparkle because it
Yeah,
just
there's a
might.
bit going on there.
Yes.
That's nice. That's nice.
So it is a top-down sweater with raglan, and you just attach the sleeves. to
Attach
it.
the sleeves in. Very nice. So, but it
Stockinette.
is raglan, but it's not full on raglan because it's
No.
got one of these central shoulder seam lines. Now try and see there. Yeah, so all of your increases are coming out from this central line. So it's actually, it gives a lovely drape, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. So this is my first time doing this type of pattern.
Yeah.
I did the raglan sweater, which was working well.
Yeah.
I just need a bit more drape.
Lovely. That's
Yes.
definitely going to happen with that. You can see it already that it's going to hang beautifully. Really nice.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So
Thank
you
you.
can, hop back and I hope you're meeting new people
Yes,
tonight.
exactly.
And,
And loads of ideas already.
Oh, stop.
Yes. So I think the stash is just going to get bigger.
I know, this is the problem. All of these knitting things are completely contagious. So we've got
They are.
your comments that it's absolutely beautiful and that the sparkle is catching the light very nicely. And Jessica says, hi Agnes, the fibre community is very happy to have you. Isn't that nice? It's
Thank you
lovely.
very
Thanks
much.
everybody, and thank you so much. You're very,
Thank
very
you.
good. We'll
Thank
see
you.
See you the next time.
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Fantastic.
See you soon for
See you soon.
shopping.
Absolutely.
Serious.
We'll
Thank
be
you.
here. Thanks again. You're so good. You're so good. That's lovely. I wasn't quite sure how it would work out, just kind of not picking on people, but asking people to come up and chat on the fly. Camera is intimidating, in most cases. God, I remember when I did my first ever Instagram live, like for all of about 5 minutes, I was white as a sheet and I was shaking. It's it is. It's a lot. So these people are wonderful. They're so good. Hello. Oh. Hello. Guys, you have to see, you're going to have to kind of come a little bit this way, come a little bit that way. Tell us about this project, please.
The one I'm wearing?
Yes.
It's an Ursula cardigan.
Ursula?
Kate Davies. Yes.
Oh, Kate Davies.
And this, I used to live in South Africa, and this is nurturing fibers from South Africa. So it was a
Beautiful.
socks mini set.
Look at how that came out. That is just gorgeous. And sorry, your name again?
Deborah.
Deborah. Thank you so much for being willing. I was just saying it's like a little bit intimidating, obviously, to come on sort of out of
Very
camera.
intimidating.
You're all right. You're going to be fine. And this isn't your first Stitch Social, is it, Deborah?
No, I was here in the autumn.
In the autumn as well? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll be back for summer?
Yes.
Yeah. And how's the food tonight?
I actually haven't tried it yet.
Oh, no.
I've been talking too much.
Well, that'll happen as well, won't it? Yeah. And what are you working on?
This is crochet, actually.
Lovely.
It's the Barton Hap out of the John Arbon Textiles, the annual number 3, I think.
Lovely.
And it's their Appledore lace.
That is fine. What's the fibre content again on that? Do you know? She's being tested. She's been tested.
Don't know.
It's okay. You don't have to know.
It comes from a sheep.
It comes from a sheep. That's
from a
good.
sheep.
Yeah, it's
Appledore
natural
lace,
fibres.
though,
Natural fibres. So
Yeah, I don't remember this one.
gorgeous. Well, it's gonna, and it's not. Are you finding you're able to concentrate and chat, or is it fairly repetitive?
I
or-
can, and it is repetitive. That's
That
why
is
I
what-
brought
that's
it.
good, yeah.
But I do have to look at it. So
Yeah.
and doing lace weight in dim light.
Yeah,
So much, but the
yeah.
light just got brighter, so it's easier.
Oh, that's
now.
good. I think we asked them to keep the lights up a little bit, So, but it's great to you have to plan ahead for a social kind of thing, don't you? To
Very
bring
much
something
so.
that's going
Yes.
to
Well, all my
people
knitting
to-
projects and the easy things are too big right now.
Oh, okay.
So I've got a giant blanket that's almost done,
Ooh,
and
lovely.
a jumper that is on the second sleeve, but it's just way too big to carry here. So
That's fair.
I thought,
That's
well,
fair.
this will work.
You mean you're a crafter that has more than one project on the go at one time?
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought it was even possible? You're so good. Thank you for showing us. And this is, oh my goodness, I want to make one of those. That's
Thank you.
That's the effect that you want
It's
to have
actually
on
my
people,
second
right?
one. I've got one in black and white as well.
Yeah, no, and we
It's my
love Kate
favourite.
Davies. She's just fantastic designer. So
Yes.
sure, there's loads of fans out there as well. So you were a total star. Thank you. Was it okay? You didn't
Yeah, I survived.
You survived. Yeah.
Mostly
yeah.
because I can't see that anybody's actually watching
That's
me,
fair.
so I'm just
Well,
talking to you.
That's good. You see, this helps. But I can give you your comments. So
Oh,
Deirdre says, Jenny claimed another victim. Sheila says, wow. And Jessica says, so pretty, you knocked it out of the park.
Oh, thank you, Jessica.
Yeah, that's absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much again. You're a total star. Yay. And now you can go and get some food. Okay, I think we will. We've done okay. We'll get a big wave from everybody. Give a big wave. They're not cooperating. They're not cooperating. But we will probably wrap it up there. We're coming up to 10 to 7, and I want to go and have more chats with people off camera here as well. But thank you so much for watching along, for participating in this insane experiment that we wanted to do. I hope it's given you a little bit of an insight into our community here and a bit of an insight in to what a Stitch Social is, and hopefully if you have a chance to come and join us the next time, then you'll do that. Mystery bags coming your way, Pop Aaron sweater on pre-order, all that sort of shop stuff. What I'll see if I can do, if the batteries will just let me, I'm going to try and switch to the other camera to take you around just a small bit, and then we'll say goodbye actually, because I went to the trouble of setting this up. So let's see, just before you go, will it work? Oops, daisies. Okay, so this was our setup right here, and then we've got some lovely people hanging out down at the table just by the door. Everybody hanging out. You can duck if you like. I'm saying nothing. They're one of their stars of the podcast. Hello, you're working away. I promise I won't linger. And the very hard-working team at the Pepper Pot. And we've more people down here, and we've more inside. And everybody's just having a great time, which is what we're all about. But I will leave us back down here. They feel like I'm completely stalking them, I think. And we will probably leave it at that. But be sure, as we don't always do this level of craziness, if you can like and subscribe, do all of that stuff. Myself and Joy will be back for the next, for episode 11 of the podcast in a couple of weeks' time. And I hope we'll see you then. Take care.